Hello everybody. Today I'm very excited to share with you another fantastic card effect. And it is an ACAAN type of card effect. That means any card at any number. And I'd like to thank Mr. Rolf, who is a new friend of mine and a subscriber to my channel, who shared this idea, which is his own creation, in this video. Please have a look at this video because it is a trick that is based upon that same sleight of hand. It is a very simple sleight of hand called glide. After corresponding with Rolf, who is in Germany, he wrote to me and described his idea, which is simply fantastic. And I asked him whether he'll give me the permission to perform this and then describe the effect to my viewers. And he said, absolutely yes. Thank you, Rolf. You can also have a look at the correspondence I had with Rolf regarding this trick. Hello everybody, I'm Kaushik Biswas and you are watching my channel Kaushik Biswas Magic. Every week I'm uploading several magic and mentalism tutorials on this channel. So if you still haven't subscribed to my channel, or if you have come for the first time, then I'll request you please support me by subscribing my channel. If you like this video, please strike the like button, share this video with your friends and write in the comments how much you enjoyed watching this video and how much your viewers enjoyed watching this beautiful piece of magic. Also, don't forget to strike the bell icon for new upload notifications. Without much ado, let me perform this trick for you first and then I'll share the secret with you. And now the effect, how it looks from the audience perspective. It is very important because you will understand how strong the effect is. And this is a mentalism test, don't forget. It is an ACAAN type of test. ACAAN stands for any card at any number. Now, you invite somebody to sit beside you. There is nobody here, but let us assume that somebody sits beside you to participate in this mental test, and you show him a deck of cards and immediately hand it over to him for a thorough shuffle. He takes out the cards himself and he shuffles the cards like so. I believe there's another card, and he shuffles the cards as much as he wants to. He can even hand this over to somebody in the audience for a thorough shuffle. So it doesn't matter how much he shuffles, and the cards are absolutely in a random order now. Now, after the deck has been shuffled and when they're happy, you spread it across the table like so and tell the spectator that in a moment you are going to turn away and he has to choose any card. Look at it, show it to the other members of the audience and remember the card. Now you turn away, let us say that the spectator chooses one card from here, and this card he looks at and shows it to the other members of the audience, and in the meantime you close the spread and wait for the card to be returned. And when the card is returned, what you do is very simple. You take the card without looking at it. You say that I'm going to push it somewhere in the middle of the deck, and so saying you push it somewhere in the middle. See here, so it goes in here. As you can see that the card is definitely going somewhere in the middle. You push it in all the way in and then square the deck properly and dribble the cards. The card is now among the other 51 cards and nobody in the world knows where the card is. Even as if that is not enough, you shuffle the cards and all the cards are genuinely shuffled. They can see the cards are changing. And you give an open shuffle like so and place the cards on the table and say that now we are going to generate a random number. So saying you show a die and hand this over to the spectator to check whether it is any special or magical die. So he rolls the die and Now it is 5. The top number is 5. He rolls it again. And let's say again it is 5. That is a coincidence. Now it is 1. So he can roll it any number of times, and every time a new number will pop up. So 6 is the number. Now you said that you are going to roll it 3 times. You are going to throw the die 3 times, and we are going to add the 3 numbers and get a total which will be a random number. Everybody will agree with you. So you hand this over to the spectator. He throws and he gets an 1. So it is 1. Again you hand this over to him. He just rolls it and throws, and here is a 5. So 1 plus 5 is 6. And finally the last throw, he throws it again, and there is a 4. So 6 plus 4 is 10. You say that 10 is a random number. We cannot control this number because you have thrown the die, and the die has rolled and given us random numbers, and the total is 10. So saying you say that, now let us see what is the card in the 10th position. But we have already seen this card. So you discard the card somewhere here in the middle, and we have also seen the top card, which is not the selected card. It is also discarded somewhere here. So saying, you just turn over the cards and say that I don't want to see the card, because if I see, I might try to control it or do something magical. So saying, you start dealing the cards from below, from the bottom, one at a time. That is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So the next card is the 10th card. Nobody knows what card it is. Tell him what has taken place so far. The random number is 10. He took a card. They are thinking of a card. It was lost in the deck. The deck has shuffled. And this is the 10th card. You ask for the name of the card. And whatever the card is, you take out the top card, and this must be his selected card. The King of Hearts. So, fantastic effect. Wonderful effect. Now, for the secret. So, I believe you liked the effect, and believe me, it is very straightforward and very simple. Most ACAAN tricks require sleight of hand, memory work, complicated mathematics, but this one Rolf have come out with is a simple, straightforward, having the same effect. For this you can borrow a deck of cards. Just you have to remember one thing, that the deck should be not a moist old one. A fresh deck is more suitable for this effect, because you are going to use the glide move, and glide works best with a fresh stock of cards. So other than this, you need a die. Now let me point out one thing. If you don't have a die, don't worry. You can even play this around with an invisible die. You just take out an invisible die from a pocket, hand it over to him, ask him to roll, and then tell a number, any number that comes to his mind. And then the die rolls down from the table, falls to on the floor, and you can make a lot of fun. You can milk the situation. So there is a lot of scope of presentation in this effect. So let us say that you are using a die. The die is in the pocket, and you hand this over. And for a thorough shuffle, the deck may be shuffled in any way, and doesn't matter. Now after the deck is shuffled, as in the presentation, you look away and ask the spectator to choose any card, look at it, remember the card, and show it to the other members. Now it is 6 of diamonds in this case. As they are looking at the card, you close the spread. Now you are going to do the depth illusion or the tilt move of dive Vanon. Now, this is a fantastic illusion. Everybody will swear that the card is pushed in the middle of the deck, but that is not true. It is in fact pushed in the second position from the top. Now, after the deck is squared like so, hold it in your left hand, and with your right hand thumb, you just pull this out. But it is better, what I like to do is I hold this top card like so and pull this left hand down instead of pulling up the top card like so. I hold it like this, keeping it steady, and pull down the left hand. Now, as a result, what happens, there is a gap. There is a gap between the top card and the rest of the cards. This is a sort of break, but you are not holding a break with your little finger. Remember that this side, the top side which is facing the audience, should be perfectly aligned. There should not be any break like this. So it should be perfectly aligned with the remaining cards like so. So it looks natural. And you should be holding the deck not this way, perfectly parallel with the floor. No, not that way. It should be held a little downwards so that they can see the surface of the top. Remember one thing, that this gap could be seen from any spectator who is seated to your right or from your left. So you need to cover this up, because if they look at if they see the gap, they will understand what is going on. So with your fingers this side, you can cover this up, and even you can hold this up like so. And now this is the exact situation. You take the card without looking at it, you push it somewhere in the middle and push forward a few cards from the front. Now, this is a convincer. It convinces the spectators that the card you were pushing is really somewhere in the middle, which is not true. You just push it in like this. A few cards comes out from the front, and then what you do, you push it in the gap like this. Not at the top, but at the bottom of the gap. Now, from the front, it looks, I don't know how much the camera can catch it, from the front it looks as if this card is much below the top card, is much below. That means it is somewhere in the middle of the deck. Now you push it in all the way in. Don't make a very big deal out of this. You just do it, and the spectators can see that it is going really somewhere in the middle. You push it in, and with your index finger you push the four card in, and immediately cover this up, and under cover of your right hand you drop these cards, and immediately you dribble the cards like so, losing all the cards. And now all the cards are in a mixed condition. Now you can see that the second card is the selected card, the 6 of diamonds. This is the top card, this is the second card. Now you shuffle the cards. Now this is a false shuffle. The shuffle is not false, but it is a card control. Now you shuffle it with the faces towards the spectators. You start pulling the cards like so, and as you are reaching the top of the cards, that is this side, the top of the cards, what you do, you take all these cards, and instead of putting it here, you drop it back at the top. That means the top two cards remains in its own position. They are not disturbed. Once again, I'm showing the audience is this side, and all the cards are thoroughly mixed, and you are talking to the spectators without putting any attention in the shuffle, and then put it back, and still the chosen card, that is 6 of diamonds, is in the second position from the top. Now you show that the bottom card is not their selected card, the top card is not their selected card. That means it is somewhere in the middle of the deck or somewhere among the other cards. Then you take out the die is ordinary or an invisible die, and let him throw it 3 times. So it is 5 and 3, 8 plus 2, 10. Once again, we have got 10. Now say that since you have already seen the bottom card, I'm not going to use this. You push it in somewhere in the among the cards, other cards. You have already seen this top card. We don't want to use this, and I don't want to see the faces of the cards. So say you turn it over, and now comes the glide. Another very simple move with hundreds, if not thousands of uses. What is glide? In my last video, I've explained it, but for the sake of completion, I'm going to explain once again. With your middle finger of the left hand, you pull down this bottom card a little bit. So this is what a glide is. You're just pulling it down, but not like this. This is an exposed view. You do this facing down. So the top is facing down, and you pull it out, pull the card a little bit, about half an inch, like so, and you start pulling the cards from here. So the bottom card remains at the bottom. So once again, I'm showing you, it is an exposed view. I take this card, the cards are held like so, and I pull it down a little bit. Nobody can see because this portion of my palm is covering this injogged card, and I start pulling the cards from the second position one by one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the next card is the 10th card. As you say this, now this card is injogged. You, with your index finger, you just push it perfectly aligned with the rest of the cards. Now you say that this is the 10th card. What was your card? 6 of diamonds? Oh, let us see. It is indeed 6 of diamonds. Fantastic. Bye-bye. Have a nice time. Make people laugh and happy performing magic and mentalism. See you again. Bye.